as we go live.
What is up, vandals, party people, and whatever else is lurking in the darkness? This is the Pink Buzz back again, or actually, this is our first episode, maybe, but I forget. But I would like to say before we get into it, this episode is dedicated to the memory of Kentaro Miura. The world really lost one of its most creative storytellers this week, and we're all saddened on the panel. But guys, let's get into it. Matt, what did you read this week, man?
What's going on?
Let's do your check-in, brother.
Yeah, man. It was a pretty awesome week. I've got to start it off with fucking Red Room. Got a shit ton of variants for that motherfucker because this book was pretty much written for my my taste in books. Ed Piskor fucking is like on that fucking James Stokoe level, man. Just fucking doing it all himself. I don't want to discuss it too much because we're going to cover that fucking book on a soon to be episode. I've been jumping into some manga goodness. If you like, or what the fuck is that other book she did?
Dorohedoro. Yeah, dude. Kyo Hayashida, man, she is unreal good, dog.
Yeah, man. Jumped into that. Got some Osaka Mime goodness. Behemoth fucking tearing shit up.
All hail Behemoth.
You got that fucking right. Speaking of Stokoe, he's got a little short in Superman Red and Blue number 3.
No crap, man! I got all kinds of talent up in that one.
Dude, Red and Blue is getting crazy people on.
Dan Waters.
Dragon Ranger posted that. I didn't know that the Stokoe and the Superman thing there.
Yeah. It's like the art's fucking awesome. The story's okay. It's really short. Like I think it was like only like 5 pages, but that's okay. I just bought it for the art anyway.
Yeah.
But I still think from issue 1 that fucking Dan Waters and Danny story was fucking awesome, dude. It's been my favorite little story from that series. I don't really give a fuck about Superman anyway. And of course, we discussed this last week, and yeah, Ultra Mega continues to be one of the fucking best books coming out right now, man.
I haven't got to crack my copy yet, man. How is it? How fucked up is this issue, man? Honestly.
Boosh, baby! Boosh, baby!
Yeah, I'll let I'm sure Blake will talk about the little cum monster. So yeah.
For real? I can't wait.
If you can like picture like a giant sperm eating a man alive and then shitting it out all over someone else. That happens.
That does happen.
So yeah, it's always a treat.
Nice. Is that it? Matt?
That's all I got going on this week, brother.
Blake, what you got going on there, Big Daddy?
Oh man, yeah, Ultra Mega was a very pleasant surprise. It was so fucking good. There's so many new kaijus in this one issue, and it's still like structured extremely well. Like you would almost think it would be like cluttered and too much, but he gets those extra page counts, and he really takes advantage of them this time. But yeah, there's the little sperm monster, man. He's so, or I guess it's a she or they. We don't really know. We don't really know what. We just know that the other kaiju likes it. We find out, but yeah, it's his name's their name is Boosh, and worth the price of admission. Worth that's what is it, $7.99, $6.99 just for Boosh. That's good.
Yeah, agreed.
Big win for me this week is Osaka Mime. Like, Holy shit! All hail Behemoth, indeed. Andy Levy is the writer. Hugo Araujo did the art. Robin Jones did the letters. From Behemoth Comics, which I really like them. I think I have a pretty good relationship with a couple of their writers and creatives, and they're just good people, and they're risk takers and making cool comics. And this this reminded me of what's that movie with like Will Smith and the trolls, Bright, where like the monsters are in the city.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it reminded me of that, but better and darker. It's like in between a typical Western comic. It uses a lot of like 9-panel grids, multi grids, like pages, not many splash pages, but it's like in between a manga and a Western comic. It lies in this magical realm. It's all black and white. It's very beautiful. Art is awesome. But yeah, I mean, like monsters are real. They run bars. They run businesses. And these two detectives like hit the streets and solve these paranormal crimes, and they're chasing this thing called a mime. And I never trusted mimes. I don't.
Yeah, they're worse than clowns. Amen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hesitate to punch one in the face.
You probably couldn't because it's got an invisible force field trap around it that it's really happy to be in all the time. But yeah, so there are these creepy things already, but yeah, so on the cover you kind of get a glimpse of it, but they're like a parasite, and it's this black creepy monster that like glistens in the night, and it's got this razor blade smile, and it fucking eats people and becomes them, and it can do other stuff, and it's a very intriguing, scary monster that these guys have to chase, because this one's like it doesn't just eat to survive. It's like it enjoys the kill, and it goes. So you follow these two detectives, and it's an 80-page original graphic novel, and it's fucking phenomenal. And good luck finding it. It's hard to track down, but it is available digitally, and you should totally check it out. Osaka Mime from Behemoth Comics. What else did I read this week? I Walk with Monsters ended. That was phenomenal. Very touching, oddly emotional from Vault. The last two issues did not go how I thought they would go. But that's not a negative. Like, it took me by surprise, and it swept me up in the emotion of it all. Like a really big, that made the horror better in it. It dealt with some really intense issues, assault and stuff, and it's a really interesting found family tale about magic, like shape changer magic and creepy pedophilic politicians.
So
You gotta have those pedos in your book nowadays.
So yeah, anyway, but that ended 6 issues of that. They were great 6 issues. You should check them out, hunt them down, or Vault is pretty good about dropping trades. They drop them fairly quickly, so that'll be dropping in a couple months probably. That was me. That was a good few I read for me, and then I'm trying to work on that Longbow Hunters saga. Oh,
What's
shit.
up, Ignacio?
Awesome.
What up, Zod and Dragon?
Got some Killaroo folks in the house. That's dope.
Fuck yeah.
Man. But yeah, so just that's it for me.
And as for me, Wolfie Goldberg, your host, I actually had a really awesome week myself. Lots of cool Kickstarters came in. I got my trades for the Merrick, the Sensational Elephant Man, written by Tom Ward. It is such a novel book. I really love it. I like that it reminds me of Hellboy, but it's its own thing. And I love that it respects the historical character while being a whimsical tale with the emotional gravitas that you would need to tackle with a character like the Elephant Man. And then I also got another UK graphic novel. This one's a cyberpunk one called Peace of Mind that I've been waiting for. It's really good. But the biggest, the best, and the brightest, I have to thank the Blankster for this one, is those Quindery Press books he talked me into backing. I read What the Witch Saw by Thomas Heitler. Just beautiful, really, really cool silent comic, drawn with a cartoonish style, reminded me of Tintin, and it was a beautiful blend of both sci-fi and fantasy in a way I'd never seen before. It's really one of a kind, really lovely book. And then I also read The Beechwood Helm by Letty Wilson, and this one it's it's just a really good book about accepting who you are and what you have to do in your life, and not letting bigots and shitheads get you down. I mean, it's a powerful book, and I think it nailed its subject matter perfectly. But my favorite is The Woven Daughter by Ver. That book is just brutal. It is all about extremism and culture and history repeating itself. And man, for a 48-page graphic novel, there's a lot to unpack after you read that. And yeah, that's my check-in. So, you guys watched, a couple of you guys watched Army of the Dead, huh? What do you guys got to say about my boy Zack Snyder? Is he back now or what?
I mean, I think he's always been here, but like, I don't know. I'm not a huge Snyder fan. I'm not a hater either. I think he's a good director. I thought the movie was exactly what it was supposed to be. It was fun. Like, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. But I had a great time watching it. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen it, but it's got some moments that are pretty fucking badass, as you know, Snyder likes to do. And yeah, man, I had fun with it.
What's up with the zombie tiger? Is it as cool as advertised?
It's so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah,
It's so cool. Oh, I loved it. I was legit like almost mad at myself, like felt dirty, just like watching Justice League. I was just like, oh, I fucking love this. Why? You know, like I was like hating myself, like, God, you're a garbage person, just loving the shit out of this. But yeah, I loved it, man. It was fun. Like Matt said, it was fun. But it was also like fucking brutal and gory and weird, like zombie heist flick, secret conspiracy shit, man. Like it was a fucking nutty fucking, and the zombie kind of mechanics, that there's like alpha zombies and shit. There's different kinds of zombies, animal zombies. Yeah, the tiger was so fucking cool, man. It looked real cool. Like it was very like pretty. And then just a couple weird things about the zombies that did a little bit different than other zombie movies, which you fucking have to now. Because
Right.
you were just oversaturated in this shit. And if you're gonna do a movie about the undead, you got to get a little weird with it. You know, or show a lot of titty. And I think Zach got, you know, like didn't have to use like I mean, there's pretty people in it, but like no sex, no nudity. Like
I'm pretty sure the movie opens up with just like 8 pairs of titties.
It's not Vegas. There's got to be titties.
Yeah, I forgot.
Right.
I forgot.
Obviously, Blake was giving those titties 2 thumbs down because he fucking forgot about them.
They're just blended right in.
Blake's fucking addicted to social media. So like I was playing, like I start a movie and then I'm like playing on my phone and like kind of like, you know, oh, what's happening? Oh yeah, credits. Okay, cool. And then all I remember is the military caravan and the wreck.
Yeah, that was after the titties.
I missed the titties.
Was
the titties.
Was that after the titties?
How do you miss the beginning of a movie when you're watching it on Netflix? Because you like press play.
I know.
I got there a little late, guys. Like, you watched it on Netflix.
Oh wow! Yeah, it was my Friday. It was my Friday night. Yeah. Well, okay.
Joey, what do you got for a
watching
check-in
movies,
this week, man?
I actually read quite a few books this week, unlike last week where I read practically nothing. Man, I read Silver City 1. I read the Proctor Valley Road #3. I read the finale for the first arc of Scout's Honor #5. I read Silver Coin 1 and 2. I read Eden. I read Carmen #3, Geiger 1 and 2. I hadn't read Plastic, so I read that obviously for the show. Maniac of New York, I was missing a few issues there, so I read that. Obviously, Ultra Mega 3, which was kick-ass, like you guys said. So fucking good. Stray Dogs #4. Man, anyone who's a pet lover, man, that fucking book just gets you, man. It's like, oh. And finally, Red Room as well. I finished that up this afternoon, and ooh, it's so nice. It's so
Get
nice.
into that a little bit, you two. I want to hear a little more about it. Get stuck in there, Matt and Joe.
Put some baby oil in the pool and hop in and tell us about it.
Joey, describe it how you did earlier, man, because that was like top-notch, perfect description.
All right, so the vibe I got from it is it's like a mix of 8mm with a little touch of Hostile in it, and the art style brings me all the way back to the early 90s or late 80s with those Thrasher magazine comics they put out for a while. It has that vibe to it. It's got a really, really like indie underground vibe to it, man. It was pretty good. Really good. Man. The story, it's
dude.
I mean, it's obviously not for everyone, I'll tell you that much. Because a lot of people don't, it's black and white. A lot of people can't read a comic unless it's color. But anyway, whatever. Those people are, I won't say what those people are.
I just can't read.
I won't. Fucking idiot.
But yeah, it was good, man. I love the art style, man. He fucking kills it on that, man. Oh,
yeah,
and
Nick Thor's the king.
And just the way they plotted out, like, anyway, I don't want to give anything away, but you have to read everything.
Yeah, I just want to say, like,
there's certain ones where there's a chat, and you have to read the chat because some of the shit in the chat is fucking funny.
Yeah, I really liked some of the names that he came up with, like the handles. Some of them are fucking hilarious, dude.
Does he actually play with actual real dark web lore? Is there any stuff on there? Okay, cool.
Man.
It's rooted in that, man, big time.
Yeah. Like, I think the big turnoff for a lot of people that are just looking at the book are going to be like, oh, this is just like a torture porn book, but the story's written so well. There's so much more going on, like, behind the scenes. It's way more than just like this gore fest, basically, man.
It starts you off thinking that's what it is. It's going to be like this gratuitous kind of, but then they kind of halfway through, they really start digging into the story, and that's when they hook you, man.
The kayfabe video on it's really good.
I love that channel, man. I learn so much every time I watch any of their stuff.
Yeah, if anybody's not fucking watching the Cartoonist Kayfabe, which is Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg, dude, you're missing out, man. Look, check that shit out. They're every video, man, even on books that I don't really care about. It's just their love of the craft, and I don't know. They play well off of each other, man. I could watch those dudes talk comics all day.
That's their YouTube channel?
Yeah, Cartoonist Kayfabe. I did want to show off the Momoko cover, dude. It is
her best
beautiful.
Cover ever. Her best cover ever. Yeah.
Sorry about the glare.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Peach fan, but I like that cover. It's really good.
So I make the joke a lot that Peach is like a fucking Funko. In the beginning, I saw a Funko and I was like, these are fucking, I don't get it. Like, why is everybody obsessed with them? And then all of a sudden I got Funkos out the fucking ass. I don't know where to put them. I got so many. Same thing with Peach, man. Initially I was just like, I don't get the hype. It didn't appeal to me. And then I don't know when it clicked and I realized I was fucking dumb and ignorant. And I was just like, wow, these are amazing. And then I started buying them. And now I get like mad when I can't get them. It's sad.
Yeah. I think that she's like
American?
Go ahead, Matt.
I was just saying hey to the chat.
Okay. American Futurist, what's up? And yeah, dude, Cartoonist Kayfabe's awesome. Yeah, Peach, she strikes me as a regular cover artist. I mean, I have the same problem like Dave Johnson and even David Mack sometimes. Sometimes you look at their covers and you're just like, yeah, you did that for the money, didn't you? And then you see one that you know that they were just into and they like really enjoyed doing, and it just shines and you're like, I'm paying for that one though. That one is badass. That is, you can see that Peach was like fired up to do that shit, and like, yeah, that's kind of how it is. I think.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to mail it in. You got to mail it in, and you got to pay that mortgage. Fuck, you know. A few of them, I'm sure. Especially the way Peach, Peach pumps them out.
Yeah, I want to know like what they make. Like what does Peach make a cover?
Dude, I'm sure she's fucking bawling now,
right?
dude.
I always wondered what the better comic gig was for like an artist, like a top artist to like do a lot of interiors, or the cover artist, because I always assumed the cover artist was like a better gig, just actually solely because Alex Ross doesn't really do interior work anymore. He's just like, he just cranks out covers, and like he's made a hell of a career for himself. And I know he's like a different tier of comic artist, right? But I see some of these other artists, man, like David Nakayama is pumping out a ton of covers, and his stuff's amazing. And I spend a great deal of money on his artwork. And Peach is the same. Jay Anacleto, like there's these like store variant artists that are putting out a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
I love. Oh, and
Maria Wolf.
Talk about cover artists.
Yeah,
dude.
Oh man,
I really hope she starts getting some regular fucking work.
dude,
like,
she's just good, so
Yeah.
good. She's cool.
So
She's
good.
cool as fuck. Oh, that'd be cool if we get her on the show.
Yeah, I just saw she was hanging out with fucking Daniel Warren Johnson not long ago, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, fucking, oh. Yeah, fucking right. Spray painting the walls.
I was muted, but you guys, I was like, pew, pew, pew. I made a cool noise when I was muted. I had to do that again. We can fix that in post, right? Oh, fuck, we're live. Oops, sorry.
But we're also doing a giveaway tonight. I will be giving away a copy of the first volume of Donatello Cates's Venom Run. I will also be giving away the first trade of Dan Waters' Coffin Bound. And Blake, what is the variant called for that Something's Killed the Children that I got? It's the
it's the comic shop exclusive Jenny Frison variant for Something is Killing the Children Volume 1, Johnny.
Yeah, that thing. I'm giving that away. That's going to be the big prize at the end of the show. In between the books that we cover, I will be asking random trivia questions. And yeah, with all the people in the chat, like it's going to be gangbusters for everybody trying to get a hold of these things. So yeah, be on your toes for that one. But yeah, the books that we have this week are sweet. Matt, what 3 books are we talking about?
We will be discussing Nailbiter, Maniac of New York, and Plastic. All just kind of fucked up books in their own ways. I think they all tie together pretty nicely in that general area. I'm excited for all 3, man. Yeah, I can't wait to
you
discuss
can lurk
all these
wherever
books.
you want. You are the queen can lurk. We're here. We're here for you.
That's very true. Very well said, Blake.
Sorry, Matt.
You're good, brother.
So you guys ready to get up all into these books?
Ready to get in it.
All right. First up, we have New York, the Maniac of New York. Joey, bring us in, man.
Yes, Maniac of New York. This is an Aftershock book. It's co-created by the writer who is, correct me if I mispronounce anything, guys, Elliot Kalan?
Kalan
right?
is how I'd say it too.
Kalan? All right. And the artist is a co-creator with him. It's Andrea Muti. Anyway,
we're just
whatever.
as excited.
The letter
now.
is Taylor Esposito. And because we love talking about designers on this show so much, Dave Sharp did the logo for the book, which he's also quite a known letterer. He's a known letterer on many other books. So
he's
I figured
logo making motherfucker, man. He's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you threw Sharp's name out there.
Yeah. So I figured
he does everything for Aftershock too. He's like the he's like Vault's Aditya. Like, or
doesn't
like,
he do like
he does like everything for
second
Aftershock.
book? Yeah, every second book for DC as well. I see him on a lot of DC books as well. So basically, Maniac of New York is basically a slasher story of a slasher who gets on this automated subway and just goes crazy and kills everyone. There's a bunch of backstory lore to it that is just kind of now coming to light, which hasn't been revealed because there's still one issue left. But that's pretty much sums it up. And I'm wondering if these two guys, I don't know which comic company has the rights to put out a Friday the 13th comic, but I don't know if they pitched this idea to that company and got refused, and then like they pitched it under this idea and been like, well, we had this Jason idea, but fuck, it's such a great script. We're going to just change the name, change it up a little bit, and pitch it to everyone else. And Aftershock picked it up. I don't know if that's what happened. It almost feels like that's pretty much what happened. But, I mean, it's like a Friday the 13th movie in a comic, but it's so well done. Like, I mean, if you love if you love the Friday the 13th franchise, go pick this book up because it'll be right in your ballpark. You'll love it.
Yeah, man. It's basically like the better version of Jason Takes Manhattan. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like a crime procedural kind of drama book mixed in with Jason Takes Manhattan is the best way I'd be able to describe it. Like, I like how, you know, like you were saying, Joe, the mystery aspect of Harry hasn't really been explained. And I like that, though. I don't need the backstory. I mean, I know they're going to get into it.
You know there's something, because there's that one...
Yeah.
Those couple pages where they're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? And everyone kind of starts seeing these little things like, what's like this weird little thing that happens to Harry in one of these sequences. And that kind of hints at a part, like there's something that has to relate to the... Anyway, I don't want to get too specifics. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but yeah.
They
go into a little bit.
I'm gonna spoil it.
All right,
basically,
go for
he's murdering this entire subway train, and then they get to the Museum of Natural History, and he freezes. So it's like that's supposed to be some kind of clue into his backstory, and then in the last panels of the newest issue, they show his mask in the museum. So
yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna delve into all that shit in the last issue. But
what if someone puts on the mask to fight him? What if that's how the last issue ends?
And I hope that's not how it ends.
I know. Like, part of me would it be so ridiculous?
I don't know. My theory is that it's a fucking robot.
Oh, yeah?
And it was made by the dudes that are trying to sell this fully automated train. And somehow, that's my theory. I know it's fucking out of nowhere and probably
so like
nowhere
Ghost
near.
Takes over the robot?
No, it's just
like
the fucking
spirit
robot.
of these indigenous society from the mask takes over this robot, or what? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
I thought it was just like a political like statement about how masks fucking kill you and you shouldn't wear them. I'm kidding. I really didn't think that.
Oh,
sorry.
I would burn those books.
No, it's really not like that. I'm just being stupid. But yeah, it's so good, man. I love it. But yeah, I did like the new issue about how we figure out why when he freezes and then it shows the mask, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm here for that. I also just love that it's like shit. If you just put people in like small places where you like don't expect bad things to happen and make bad things happen, like we just get off on it, like snakes on a plane. like oh, this sounds dumb as fuck. And then you watch it and you're like, oh, snakes on a plane. Like, oh, tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Like, it's so good. And then or Train to Busan, like that fucking movie was nuts. And then we're sitting around like, what if we put Jason Voorhees on a brand new train that hundreds of people are deciding to ride on the day it premiered, this new electrical train that everybody's excited about, like hundreds of people are going to get on it. We're going to put Jason in there. Like that's, I don't know. It was cool. Like I dug it. It's a really good idea. And it would be funny if they pitched that as a Jason thing. And then, and then it didn't, because guess what? You guys fucked up because that comic's awesome. And if someone offered you that script or that treatment for it, and you were like, nah,
I don't know, man. Like, I love the Friday the 13th franchise, but if I was like a publisher and someone came to me and was like, "Hey, we should do a novelization of Jason Takes Manhattan," I'd probably pass on it too.
Yeah, they'd probably be like, "Did you see how that fucking movie did at the box office?" Pass.
All right, so I'm gonna play ignorant white boy right now, and I've never seen Jason Takes Manhattan.
It's okay.
I've
We
only
still
seen
love
bits
you,
of
Blake.
it.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't actually take Manhattan. He only gets there at the very end of the film, and nothing happens.
What
What
year
is
was
radio
it?
off?
Like, how old of Jason Voorhees movie is this?
1992, 19 at the latest, I'd say, like somewhere at the early 90s.
Yeah, he takes over
92?
a cruise ship.
No, I thought it was later than that.
Ship? I don't remember.
Yeah, 95% of the movie is on a ship that somehow makes it from Crystal Lake into the ocean. It's great.
So,
it's great.
Is this around the same time the Titanic came out, the movie, and they're like, "Oh, let's make."
Fuck no. It was definitely 80s.
I wish, like, yeah, dude, like if Voorhees was on the Titanic, I'd have read it. Like,
yeah.
He does uppercut a dude's
Maybe like
head
one
off
of your
into
French
a
girls.
dumpster, though.
Stab.
Pretty great.
Then Jack could have the whole fucking slab of wood, and he would have lived if Jason would have just murdered that greedy chick who wanted all the wood to herself. You could have put two people on there. You could have put two people on that piece of wood. Then you want to fucking cry at the end of the movie because you lost your $80 million necklace. You fucking fuck that movie, man.
The art in this book, though, is lush. I really enjoy it. It kind of always made it, when I looked at it, I thought that, like, oh, hey, this is what Ben Templesmith has always been trying to do, huh? So I get it. I get what he's been trying. And but the coloring is great. I really love the giallo colors that they use. How, like, when people are being chased, they'll have like green or blue colored bodies. Like that Italian shit, it'll always get over with me. And yeah, it's just lovely. And the kills are pretty creative, but like you guys said, it's in the realm of normal slasher stuff. Not as creative as the other two books will cover. I'm a sucker for like really creative kills and slasher stuff, but some of them are pretty fun in this. And yeah, dude, like this train gets messed up. One of the things I like best about this is a lot of horror slasher films that take place in several days over several locations. This is just on one train.
Yeah.
This is like one stop. Yeah, dude, it's just chop, and it's great. I hope it's not a robot though, Matt. I really hope you're wrong.
I hope not. I mean, I really hope
I'm wrong too.
I will sue Aftershock if it's a robot. I will legit take them to court, kids' court, kangaroo court. I don't care which kind. Like, we're going.
Hey, don't bring kangaroos. Don't bring kangaroos into this. We got kangaroo royalty in the chat, man.
That's right, mate.
Kangaroos are awesome. They're our favorite animal.
Jason sinks the Titanic.
That's right, man.
Dog, do it, man.
My name's Joey. I love kangaroos, right? So.
Oh Jesus, that was a goose joke.
Fuck.
Yeah. Someone's got to do it. He's not here, man.
Dropping the goose joke. Our buddy Goose, he had to migrate north for the summertime. It got too cold for him. You know, geese, they migrate. And I hope his wings aren't too tired and he'll be able to join us next week. Bless his heart.
Maybe.
Bless his little heart.
Bless his little heart, our little cricket.
We miss you, Goosey.
I miss you so bad, you little furry bastard. You sitting on the toilet backwards bastard. You fire. I bet he makes his own fireworks. Do you guys know? I think he makes his own fireworks.
I talked to him on the phone. Yeah, he talked to me. He grew up in Texas. They all like tell you about how they read the Anarchist Kickbook and they make pipe bombs. And like, yeah, I had that conversation with them. And I'm just like, what is with you country boys and that shit, man? Like, you wonder why the FBI watches you.
Hey, I had a very good time the brief time that I spent in Texas. So I am a full advocate for Texans.
I've
Were
never
you bull
been.
riding?
No, I played South by Southwest.
But
I was
to
gonna say,
touch back,
was it bull riding or was it gal riding? Got a
Little bit
really
of both.
good. I had a really good time in Texas, guys. Texas had a good time in me.
let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, Goose is here with us in spirit. That's all I'm saying, man.
We'll keep that for the
Right.
DMs when we talk, right?
Mel's getting insulted.
Let's not have too much overlap.
I'm sorry, Geek Girl Mel. Like, I love Texas. I've been there like 4 times. Yeah. Don't mess with Texas.
That's it.
Johnny's getting beat up.
I'm getting beat up by Mel.
Yeah.
But I'd like to just
I'll
touch
watch.
back on the art a little bit, because there are some pretty good and gruesome body shots. Like as you go through the train, where you see the massacre, and they just show you shots of the bodies with like gouges and like it's not as gory and gruesome as it could be, but it's still done pretty well, and it's pretty cool.
The colors are really good too. Like the paint flecks and it looks like watercolors, right? Like,
it does look a little bit. That's why it makes me think of Tyler Crooks a little bit. The same style as him, I find a little bit. You know, like
I can do that.
Yeah. So if you dig that style, man, you'll dig this one, and it's pretty good. It's worth picking up and giving it a read.
Yeah, you're gonna love it, Mel.
Yeah.
It's right up your alley.
Yeah, as much as you love Friday the 13th and stuff, this is right there.
And I think we're only about like one issue away till the arc's over, and just get the trade in a month or two.
That's
one more issue.
Aftershock's deal is like 4 or 5 issues. Like most of their stuff is miniseries, and it's cool. Like hell yeah. Or I do like the new one shocks or whatever. Like,
but like I think that's what they do. They test the waters with like kind of like We Live. They're like, okay, we'll get you on, do 5 issues. If it sells well, you can give us a broader storyline.
God, give me that broader storyline.
Yeah, and then
God,
We Live did really well, so now they're going with their whole like the big shebang now. And just like if anyone wants to read it, the trade just dropped for We Live while we're on the subject. It just dropped. So anyone who wants to go pick up We Live was really good as well. Another Aftershock book that's well worth reading. Not
just good, one of the best fucking comic books that's come out in like the last
year. Yeah.
Like, and if you disagree with me, you're wrong.
Yeah. Totally. I agree.
It's been a joy from like those 5 issues like of sorry we're sidetracking, but just Aftershock puts out such good shit. But We Live, man, and I wouldn't have read that if it wasn't for Sir Joe over here, who was like oh my god,
the highest advocate of that book that I saw.
Holly was pretty big into it too. Data Nerd there, I think that's her name on Twitter. She was huge into it, and I used to chat with her a lot about it. She was a huge fan as well. It's really good.
Taught me how to make tiny quiches, and they're really good. Oh, they're really good.
She's a good baker.
Shout out to Holly and her tiny quiches and great taste in comics.
That's the egg, right? Egg and cheese.
Yeah.
What? Joe just drank an egg?
Yeah, like Rocky, he just drank a glass of them. He's gonna run up some stairs next.
He's like, that was what, egg and cheese? Yeah.
He just had a shot of quiche.
I don't bake mine. I just drink it.
Drink it, yeah. Just fucking cheese ham.
Jen!
What's up, Jen?
What up?
Oh, Jen in the house. Oh, yes. The QR codes. Yes, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
We did.
We should.
But I don't understand the QR codes because the song's like 3 minutes long, and I can't read that fast.
You could have just stopped at read.
Yeah, but I can't flip the pages that fast either. Like picture, done.
We have to write all Blake scripts for him.
Yeah.
For the show. It's a pain
all
in
of
the
this
ass.
is scripted. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys believe everything that happens on the show is scripted?
He pays me with his mom's shoes.
Yeah.
We work it out.
I think we're gonna. Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
We're gonna go to bad places later. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I live in a bad place, Joseph. I live in a bad place.
We're going to be talking about plastic in a little while. We can't avoid bad places with that book. So
That's so
Yeah.
true.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna
So-
happen. Yeah.
That's why I started out with this one, because as odd as it sounds, this is probably, even though it's the most
tamest?
serious in tone,
Yeah,
it's the tamest book we're going to talk about tonight.
indeed.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, because Nailbiter gets weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one word for it.
It's weird.
We did pick a. I don't. Let us know what you guys think. Our friends of the show, people that are listening. The episode 0, we did a themed read, and this is a pretty good themed read too. And we kind of like this format. And if you guys like it too, we'll do something different. Cause fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I'm
because
just
we've been thinking about doing an alien one and one about where Goose came from and a couple others. And yeah, Joey's actually come up with all kinds of cool ideas. But the Goose origin story, that's
Yeah,
gonna
Joe has
terrify people.
a database of all our random ideas of themed read shows. It's pretty awesome.
Right.
We
Joe's
have
the
like
only
a-
intelligent one on the show.
Yeah,
and
Joe's
let's
like-
face it,
Joe's like, let's take notes and talk about stuff, and we're all like, did you see the shiny thing? Like,
Yeah.
it's right there. Oh, now it's over there. There's so many shiny things. Joe's like, no, guys.
hey, I
can
tried
also-
to be fucking professional. I took some goddamn notes this
Oh
time.
shit! Even Fulci's got man. I'm just a
Right.
useless-
And I had to write yours, Blake.
Ah, yeah, I know, and I can't even read them. What the fuck did you write them for?
I know.
No
I
one
gotta do
knows.
I got to do something to get your mom's shoes.
We hired this chick to hold cue cards over here, and like I can't even read them. And I am wearing sunglasses inside, so it's really dark. Like I don't know why I'm doing these things.
Oh, I love when we derail this shit so awfully.
Life's a fucking mystery,
Oh.
guys.
Joe also can make videos that play. I tragically made some really cool slideshow videos to show while we talk about the books, but they won't play on StreamYard for some reason. So, but like that beautiful intro that we made, that Joe made, that's what you saw at the beginning of the show. So yeah, dude, Joe is like, yeah, he's getting the VIP trophy this week, and we're all just getting participation ones. That's how
Yeah,
this
we got
game
the
played out.
ribbons. The
Good game,
participation
guys.
ribbons.
Night's
2,
not over
4,
yet.
6, 7.
Yeah,
Who do we appreciate?
If we were a band, Joe would be the drummer and the lead singer
Yeah,
and
you'd
the
be
lead
Phil
guitarist,
Collins.
and
It'd
all
be
of
the
us would be the
one-man band.
bassist.
But you guys would have to write the lyrics because I'm fucking suck at writing.
Except I can't because I can't read.
No,
Yeah.
I'd definitely be the
I'd
groupie.
be giving you like the like Always Sunny in Philadelphia Charlie narratives that have like figures and like weird images on them. I'd be like, I wrote you a really good song, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
what the fuck, Blake?
the Ballad of Pepe Sylvia.
Blake's burping over there. He's on
Yeah, that
mute.
was a good one. I muted it though. I muted it.
Compliments to
Johnny.
the chef. What up?
Oh shit!
Let's get us into some plastic, brother.
Oh no, but first I got to
Let's
give
Get
away.
into plastic
Oh, yeah,
like a
the
sea
giveaway.
turtle strapped in a
Giveaways.
six
That's
pack.
right.
I got to give away Donatello Cates's first Venom arc. And
Hold on, can we time out for just a second?
Yeah,
This is the Pink Buzz's first giveaway.
you timed
guys.
out so hard, Joe disappeared, man.
I know. Like, sorry guys.
Well, go ahead.
I just broke our favorite Canadian. I was like, "Can we time out?" Joe's like, "Fuck you, I'm out."
Yeah,
All right.
that's timeout. Like I'm out.
But yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, but yeah. So
Crikey.
this is our first. It's our first giveaway. So it's like a special moment. It's
All
like when
right.
you're. It's like when you're in a new relationship and you're like, "It's the first time we had ramen together," or like, "Oh, it's the first time, babe. It's the first time I made you breakfast." Or like, "Babe, I just ate your ass for the first time. What'd you think?" And she's like, "Oh, stop it."
I don't know, Blake. The
Yeah.
special moments in my life are very, very different.
Yeah, they don't involve
I thought you were
ramen
saying-
or butthole.
few and
So,
far
yeah.
between. Like I haven't had a special moment in like since I was like playing Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1. Like that was the only special moment I've
What
ever
about
had
when
in my
your
life.
What about when your dad got you those Fleer Ultimate X-Men cards for Easter? Come on, man! You told that story. You had tears in your eyes. You were like,
Oh,
Uh,
You had tears in your eyes. Oh, fuck me, man.
but yeah, our first giveaway. Okay, for Donnie Cates' first Image trade paperback.
pretty sure that's Marvel.
Yeah. The question is, what is my favorite Ninja Turtle? Answer in the chat. Anybody who wants this wonderful book that I need to get out of my house as soon as possible. But-
Your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Yeah.
Is this pre current? Like, because there's 5 Ninja Turtles now. So is this like back 4 Ninja Turtle Day or like
Yeah,
current
this is
5
this
Ninja
is
Turtle Day?
this is for Ninja Turtles Day.
Oh,
this
so you're
is-
too cool for Jenica. All right. No, I see how it is.
Dude, I've only read like the first 30 issues of the IDW series, so I didn't.
No, it's cool. But it is cool. There's a 5th Ninja Turtle now, and she's been around for a while.
What up, Ronan? Whoa!
Goose is here.
Straight from your mom's favorite cornfield.
He brought some
guys,
jokes for all the kids.
guys, it's, I'm not Goose, man. I'm not Goose.
Crikey, look who's here, man.
I'm not Goose, man.
Why
I'm
didn't you
Goose's evil twin brother, Duck.
Oh,
So,
goodness.
You may not,
Damn.
you guys, you know, he's probably been talking about shit about me, and he's like the family favorite because he's got a cool fiance, a newborn son with a fucking cool name. He gets to go riding around in vans, read these fucking joke books, and he thinks he's so cool. But guess what? He's not, man. I know
We
him.
have a winner.
I know him.
Ignacio, he done won the Donnie Cates book. Are you excited about that? Go ahead and DM us your deets to the Pink Buzz Twitter page, and yeah, I'll get that mailed right out there to you in the Outback, so you can have yourself some Donnie Cates,
I was about to say, I was like, "Ha, sucker! You got to send that shit to Australia."
Well, that's my 2 choices. I either got to send it to him or Comic Nerd 2. So it's going down under anyways. Whichever one of them wins. So crikey. That's all I gotta say. Crikey, are they strong? But man, that is terrifyingly realistic, man. The way you got that goose hair like perfectly.
You know, if I woke up one night and I like, you know, like I fall asleep. I fall asleep reading a comic book like I do all the time because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go lay down and read, and then I wake up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I like got like a book open and the lamps on. If that happened and like I saw Duck right there, I think my heart would explode. I mean, like just like did too many 30, 40 lines of cocaine at the same time. Heart explodes. Dying images, seeing Duck's hollowed out ghost eyes just
Unlike
staring at
Goose,
me.
I wasn't my father's biggest disappointment.
God damn.
Oh, you live
Oh,
in
shit.
Argentina. I am terribly sorry about
Oh yeah.
that. Oh, you could have helped me out about that. I thought
If Ignacio, if you didn't know already, they call us ignorant Americans for a reason. And this is one of them. And I'm sorry. But
Especially Donnie.
we don't know a goddamn thing about the rest of the world except America.
I feel
We
so
don't even know much
terrible.
about that either.
I truly am sorry, but yeah, go ahead and like still send us your details. And yeah, I'll
Fuck.
get that book right down to you, man. And
It's
Yeah.
Duck's fault.
yeah, dude, he threw me off with the whole goose
He's
thing, man.
over here throwing us off with his.
It's just Nis.
He's
It's
just
like
a-
his
He's
Nis.
he's a quacky motherfucker, man. Is what he is. He's a.
All right, but moving on along, like you guys said,
Unlike my brother, I don't love Donnie Cates. Unlike my brother.
Oh well, good thing you didn't win it. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you're not in the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that you're here at all.
Ah! Oh shit! How do you
Get your
really
brother
feel?
back on.
Yeah, like we're babysit your brother's kid for a fucking night so his fucking fiance can fucking paint her nails and chill out and have a good night to herself, and then we can have Goose on the show. That's all we really need.
Yep. But moving on along, like you guys said, next up we
break him?
have Plastic, written
No.
by, of course, our good buddy Doug Wagner, with art by Daniel Hillard, cover by Andrew Robinson, color by Laura Martin, letters by Ed Dukeshire, edited by Kevin Gardner, and logo and book design by Eben Matthews. And what else can I say about this book besides love? It's a mini splendored thing. And we learn this in such unique ways through our good buddy Edwin, Mr. Edwin Stoffengruppen. And he is definitely not a character you ever thought in life you would be rooting for. But somehow in this very fun, very warped, very demented, very twisted book, you're sitting there going through this revenge thriller with this just downright wrong human being, and you just enjoy every second of it. You enjoy every line that he says, every interaction that he has, because he is just written so perfectly awkward, like you would expect an actual psychotic person to be. And like I said, I am a sucker for creative killings. There are some really good ones with plastic silverware in this movie and in this book. I really enjoy spork murders. I don't know what to tell you. And and it's just so clever. And it's all about this fella who basically, when he was young, he had a trauma and suffered a psychotic break. And yeah, he did a little serial killing. But he closed his circle and he was healed and he was done. And he found love, the most precious thing any of us could hope for, with his blow-up doll, Virginia. And he was just trying to live his life and have his fun, cruise around. And he goes to this one hick town and it just ain't happening. They had to decide to mess with him. And this is why I always tell people, like, if you see somebody that you think is really, truly off, don't mess with them. Because I mean, like, and I thought that before I ever read this book, but this one really proved it to me that I was living the right path by doing that, because, whew, yeah.
Agreed, Jen.
Yeah, the vengeance and the murders are just so much fun. And
Did it get nominated?
What, Plastic?
I doubt it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking takes out people's eyes with a spork.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that's not Eisner material.
I misread the comment initially, and I was like, "Holy shit! It was Eisner nominated. I didn't
Mel
know that."
knows what's up.
I guess it was. It was Eisner nom.
I think
Wow.
the world itself needs more spork murders. Like, put down your guns and pick up your sporks, you fucking wusses. Like,
Well,
fight with sporks. They used to fight with dull swords and heavy ass shields. Like, we should fight with swords, sporks. It's like sport. There should be like a sport coliseum.
One thing I'm really hyped for, though, is that Doug is working on a new book that's called Vinyl, which I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with plastic or not, but I'm kind of hoping it does, because I really like the character Gwen, and I really like her weird friendship with Edwin, and I kind of hope Vinyl's about her. Like, that would be so badass if it's like a weird kind of sequel, but its own thing at the same time. What do you guys think about this book?
Yeah,
Matt?
I'm hoping that it's like in that universe for sure. I mean, it's the same artist, same writer. So I mean, it definitely could be.
It's the same team: colorist, artist, writer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The title. One's called Plastic, the other one's called Vinyl.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm just
both synthetic materials.
Smart, sexy motherfucker, you. You pink-headed smart little dude. Oh my goodness, I missed that.
I mean,
there's just so much like
I didn't connect that. Like, I did not. Fuck.
Are you?
Oh,
are you fucking serious?
You were being a smartass to him.
No, I really was not. Like, I did not put together like plastic and vinyl. I was like,
because aren't those like fucking tight, sexy Catwoman suits all made out of vinyl? Or is that like, yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Latex and vinyl, and some are made out of leather. Like, but those are
I
like
thought
really
it was
expensive
vinyl.
things.
Like, I thought it was vinyl, like a record.
It could be.
It is.
God damn it.
There are vinyls in it. There are, but I mean, It could
I
be
don't
a
know why you
plate,
guys let me on
right?
your show. I'm sorry.
Some of the covers have a record player on it.
Do it, yeah.
Oh, do they? I
Yeah.
don't know. Okay, so look, when I
Blake
don't
did
like,
zero research for this
I
bit.
don't like solicits. I don't like solicits.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing. I don't like reading what a comic is before it comes out. I follow writers and you know, like I'll like a cool cover or a cool writing team. I don't research a lot about comics, and until recently that I had this like blog, like I really like, I hate myself when I like do those fucking preview pages posts. I'm like, why do you do this? Like, I don't want to know. I want to wait till number 1 comes out. Like a comic book is fucking 22 issues or maybe a few more. And if you get like a preview of 5 or 6 pages, that means like when you get this number 1 comic book, you've already seen a quarter of it. And it's like a quarter of the surprise is ruined. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I just ruined
Well,
the
it
mood.
helps because
I just ruined the mood. I just ruined the show. Fuck.
But
'Cause I
Joe,
was
what
in-
are your feelings about the book, though, man? Like, jump on into that. I really wanted to hear your take all week, man. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for
kind of why
sure.
we picked this book, to hear your opinions.
This is all kinds of weird in the best kind of way. Like this character, he's the sweetest guy, but the most deranged, unhinged person at the same time, right? Like he'll be so sweet to Gwen, like you say, but then the next panel he's fucking gouging people with the fucking. Anyway, I don't know how he manages with a sport because I don't know what it's made out of, but usually it's plastic. Anyway, he's fucking deranged, and there's a lot of blood in this. And the opening page. Just the first fucking page opens with a dead possum that's run over in the road with a car with
chainsaw style.
with a squeaking sound from the car. Like that just right there. You know you're in for a fucking weird ride just right off the bat. And the thing that sucked for me is I already kind of knew the story, so it wasn't a surprise. Like you think they're getting on with a regular girl, but I already knew it was kind of a blow-up doll, so that kind of ruined it for me. But man, I could see how if you read that and you didn't know, and he's banging in the back of this car, and he's like, "Oh, sweetie," and all this, and all of a sudden you see that girl, it's just that fucking the whole thing. She's like, when he's driving the car, and she's just like that constant like surprised look on her face. It's just funny, and how he just it made me think. His character made me think of Nicolas Cage and Wild at Heart. That's what this guy made me think of. It made me think of that guy. Like he's so like obsessed about this girl, and he'll fucking kill every single motherfucker on the planet that disrespects this fucking the love of his life. And then I could see a young Nicolas Cage, like Wild at Heart style, like wild man playing this role. Like that's what it made me think of. I was reading it, and then by the time I got to the end, I was like, this is fucking Nicolas Cage from Wild at Heart. Like that scene where he kills a guy in the washroom. Yeah, that's what this guy does. Yeah, this is how this guy flips his lid and kills people. It's exactly like that. That's exactly what it is, man. All throughout, and and it's fake. Like he's fucked up. You don't know much about him. There's some kind of trauma in his past with his mom and all that, but they keep it fairly vague. They just give you enough tidbits so that you're sympathetic towards him. Yeah. Right? And then, like through the whole time, you don't hate this guy. You think he's weird. You think he's maybe a little extreme for murdering all these motherfuckers. But in some weird way, you feel for this guy, right? Because like what Blake said, like if you're in a fucking country, or Johnny said it, and you fuck with and he looks a little off, don't fuck with him. And he was being a super nice guy, and they fucked with him, and he just lost his shit.
You channeled your goose too hard. You're quoting your wrong castmates.
I totally agree with Blake right now.
I totally agree with Blake or everything Johnny just said. Like I didn't say that, guys. Like,
the funny thing, Joey, is
I'm still not out of character,
The funny thing, Joey,
you got two in. You went full goose.
I went full goose. You never go full goose.
Never go full goose. I hope hope he watches this. I hope he watches this and
He will.
realizes that, like, even though he was gone, he was still here. In
He was
spirit.
still very much
His
present.
His
Yeah.
weird ass spirit was all over the place.
The funny thing,
Love
Joey,
him.
is
Love him, by the way.
before we went live, Johnny and I were talking about it, and I totally was like, yeah, this is Nick Cage needs to play this if there was ever a fucking adaptation of it. So that's really funny that we got the same fucking shit from that.
Oh yeah.
I
Wild
love
at
that
Heart
like
all the way.
weirdness is like Nick Cage's new niche, man. Like people are like,
New?
man, that's fucking weird. Like, put Nick Cage on it.
Nick Cage was always fucking weird, man.
He was
If you
always
watch
weird,
some of
but
his-
he's gotten weirder roles like Mandy and The Color Out of Space,
Wally's
and then,
Wonderland,
Wally's Wonderland, and not Kung Fu, Johnny. What was it?
Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu. You're a fucking weird ass motherfucker in Jiu-Jitsu, man.
Yeah, I make paper hats. Yeah, I can fly too. Yeah, he
But I
deserves
mean-
all the Oscars for that film, man. All of the
But-
Oscars.
If
I don't
you
know,
look
I
at his
love, like-
filmography, he's had a lot of weird roles even from the beginning. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's nothing
Yeah,
new.
but like the thing, what Blake's meaning is like he's kind of fallen from being like the weird guy in Hollywood studio films to like being the king of like trash horror cinema. Because like he's like doing like these like low budget weird like really weird movies that like people like me watch and enjoy, and like he's owning it. He's good. He could be like the next Bruce Campbell. Like he's aiming for like that Bruce
if
Campbell,
anyone ever
Jeffrey
called me the
Combs.
king of trash anything, I would be so happy. Like, oh, Blake's the king of trash comics. I'd be like,
But I mean, like
someone
I
come
would
shoot me in the face because it's not gonna get better than that. You won life, friend.
I would love to see Spectre Vision produce a film of Plastic starring Nicolas Cage. I don't care if
Yeah.
they get Panos to direct it or not. Extra points if they can get Panos to come and direct it. But like if it's just a Spectre Vision production,
Yeah,
I'll
I want
still
those
watch it.
colors.
Yeah, them colors. It'll be so perfect for this. And I want his women army men, like his little chick army men were
Yeah.
gangster in this comic, man. Way
You
cooler than the
can't,
ones
you
I
can't
ever
find them online because I looked. Sorry. You know what they do have? There's army men and dinosaurs, like little dinosaur army men, like or little dinosaur figures and army men like combined in the same pack. Like army men versus dinosaurs, but there's no naked.
How many did you buy?
Yeah. Because I remember me
We're
and you mad.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I remember you and me mad because I did a post about Cadillacs and dinosaurs, and you're like, "Hey, I got a comic book for that at Toys R Us when I was a kid," and like,
Yes!
that's literally how we became friends.
Holy shit, that
Over
was.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
That was one of. So I have like these weird. I did a lot of drugs, man. So like my brain's not as great as it could be at 35. Probably. I'm not like an idiot. I'm not like I actually
That's
can
debatable.
I can read sometimes, but like I have these like weird sporadic memories of my youth about how I got into comic books, right? And like one of them is remembering buying the Jim Lee Claremont X-Men with the gatefold cover at 7-Eleven and bringing that to school in first grade, and like all of us like freaking out about it because it was so fucking cool, and it had the sexy poolside swimsuit X-Men splash page in it, right? And everybody was like, "Oh my, like, did you see Psylocke's tits?" Like,
Yeah, like they legit had the nipples poking through.
Yeah,
like
man.
that would not get away with today, man. Like they would so get hashtag cancel.
Yeah. yes. Another one is a random Christmas where I got a comic box collector's deal that came with like a short box that it was like a short box like that you buy today, but like a Spider-Man, like the new painted ones that they have. Except this was rare, like you didn't have painted short boxes then. So this was like a special deal. Came with like 20 comics and a couple, and my dad got me a Spider-Man subscription, and it came in the mail, and they would like fold it in half. like you would get these fucking comics, they were like folded, man. And like,
Also subscription, yeah.
I didn't give a shit. I was like, fuck yeah, I got the new Spider-Man. It's fucking folded in half. Fucking now, like you get a fucking I buy a comic on eBay and the corner's dented, and I'm like sending an angry email like, listen, I spent $9.99 on this plus $3 shipping, and the corner has a fucking ding in it. And you said it was NM. And if that is NM to you, then guess what? I am DA, which is a fucking dumbass, and I'm not that. So you're gonna refund me, send me a new copy. Like, that's how I am now. And I was a fucking kid and I was getting Spider-Man comics folded in half, and I thought I was like the luckiest fucking.
It's okay. They
world.
printed like millions of those issues. Like you could probably go get it for like a nickel. So
Yeah.
if you really wanted another copy of it, so
No, funny story. Sorry to tangent. When my sister was a baby, she was I actually thought she was going to be a serial killer, which is pertinent to tonight's episode, because she was a fucking like weird. She was like a weird saboteur, and she would take all our VHSs and she would take them out of the cases and she would tear the labels off of the cover of the VHS. So all we had were all these like black blank VHS tapes that had no labels on them, and they could be like Jurassic Park 1 or Blake's 5th birthday party. You didn't fucking know, because
every time your parents put a VHS cassette in there, they're sweating bullets thinking, I hope this isn't the homemade movie we made fucking porn we're putting in.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's mom and dad fucking.
So my sister would tear the labels off of everything. And we had all these random VHS, unless it was like the fancier VHSs that had like the stamp that was like printed onto the actual like tape. If it wasn't a sticker label, it was like, I don't know, that was like the fancy VHSs. I know most of our listeners are probably like, what the fuck is this old white dude talking about? Anyway, there were VHSs and some of them had labels and some of them had printed labels. Anyway, she tore the labels off all of them. She found my comics as a kid, and I didn't have tons. Like, I had a few, and she tore the covers off a couple of my comic books. And I was like, like it was a bad deal. And one of them was Spider-Man 2099, and it was the first foil cover I ever had. And I think this is actually why I'm obsessed with foil covers now, because my sister like ruined this foil cover that I thought was so cool. And I like took it to school, and I was like, look at the Spider-Man 2099 cover. It's got this red foil on it. Oh, it's like
it's like digital. Like, yeah,
it was like really pretty.
Yeah,
it was really pretty. And my sister tore the cover off, and every couple months, like I look for it on eBay, and it's always like I could get a brand new one for like $15. Like, it's not expensive at all. And I'm like, man, I wish one day I would look for it, and it would be like $1,000, and I could like take a picture of it and send it to her and be like, fuck you, Sarah, this could have been mine, and you ruined it, you ripped it up as a kid. But yeah,
Peter David's the king though, man. Like Spidey 2099, you can't go wrong. I would buy another copy of that if I ran into it.
I need to buy it. I need to buy one because I tell this story a lot.
I bought the trade of it not too long ago. It came out like with the first 13 issues. I was like, man, that's fat. And I was like, hell yeah. So I was reading the hell out of that a while back. And then when he brought him back a couple years ago too, that was pretty groovy. But hey, anybody got any last words they want to say about plastic before the next giveaway? How
hilarious was that after they kidnapped Virginia, the blow-up doll, when he's riding around with LaCroix's dead body in the car, like having discussions with himself and like trying to find out where his blow-up doll's like being held hostage at. That was like one of my favorite parts of the book.
Do you think the girl's real?
Who, Gwen? Yeah, Gwen was real.
Yeah.
I kept wondering the whole time if like, because it was like,
well, because he was talking to LaCroix. But the thing is why would she see him as a dead person if she was a made up facet too? That's
true.
Yeah. I get is what kind of kept me from thinking that personally, but it's a good point.
Did he kill his mom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think that's kind of
that's the only reason why he was calm and able to be chill and not just wander around murdering anymore. That's usually what when I was in psychology, this is actually based off a theory that they taught us that like there are certain serial killers that due to trauma suffer a psychiatric break, and they just they create a loop that they have to fulfill, and once they close the circle, and get that last kill, the main kill, the one that's actually what their motivation is, they're done. They're actually not a danger to society anymore. It's a theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but like it was actually a really neat thing to base this story off of and have it kind of play out like that, where this guy was cured. He was fine. He wasn't going to hurt anybody until these dildos messed with his doll.
Like if you watch Mindhunter, like they talk about when they profile, man, like 3/4 of these serial killers is from like abusive and tormented relationships with their mothers, and it translates into them becoming serial killers, you know? So yeah, it makes sense. But I want to go back to the LaCroix.
Yeah, all the scenes with him are so good.
Yeah.
But when he's still alive, the other hitman that's in there, did you find he looked like the dude from Country of Old Men?
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna be like in Nope. He doesn't make it past like 4 pages. I'm like, they drew him to be like this badass, and it's like, nope, you're fucking. That whole sequence is amazing. Like where he's in the back seat, the other guy's like just talking like he's this badass, and it's like, done.
I also loved how like obsessed Edwin would get about like the type of donut that he was going to get his blow up doll.
Yeah,
I mean, I got to give props to Robert Kirkman for giving this book a fucking green light, man, because I don't know, like, if anybody else would, because this book is probably the most fucking weird, fucked up book I've ever read, and that's fucking saying something.
the donut cream.
Yeah.
Just the donut cream, like on people's mouths, dead people's mouths, blow up dolls' mouths. The art in those panels.
Well, also really like,
especially because you're like, this dude is fucking these, like, he fucked LaCroix. There was there was that one, he said the same thing that he said to the blow up doll. He's like, right now, really? He fucked LaCroix. And then like he fucked the blow up doll, and then in these other panels there's just like blow up dolls and dead cops, and there's like cream dripping out of their mouth, and it's like, you feed him a fucking donut, or you feed him your fucking donut? Like, which donut did you feed him?
Yeah,
and
maybe
they
both.
gave everybody nicknames too, and wrote it on their bags with their heads. Yeah, like he was, like I said with my intro, man, like this is such a weird, twisted book because I was legitimately rooting for him.
Yeah.
While reading it, and you should feel gross, but you don't while you're reading it. You know what I mean? I did at least.
I didn't either.
No, that's it.
He was a good guy.
They do a perfect job.
I was like, he kills the right people, and he's dirty. I get it, man.
He's Nicolas Cage. Like,
yeah.
He's like a much weirder awkward version of Dexter. You know,
it's got me really excited to read. I backed Yumi, and I've got the digital file for it, but I've been kind of waiting, for the physical edition.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And it's got, after reading this, I was like, man, like I really want to. I may not be able to wait.
One thing I'm so disappointed on that they didn't come back to was the fucking scrub brush.
Yeah.
Because he was looking for the perfect scrub brush that was just the perfect softness. He's like, do you have any other ones that are softer? No, that's the only one we have.
And it was his dick.
And they never went back to it. I would have loved it.
His dick, man.
If later on he's like, in the middle, he's like, oh, this is perfect. And then he keeps killing people or something, like.
If he found one at
missed
the
opportunity
house at the end, that would have been perfect.
Or if he killed somebody with the perfect
scrub brush,
like, no, this was the
down
best
their throat,
one.
like fucking down their throat and scrubbing their
throat
throat out
inside of you.
I mean, we get to see that, just not with the perfect scrub brush.
No,
yeah, that was the first like really clever kill, man. Yeah, grocery bag over the head, scrub brush in the mouth, and I was just like, man, this guy, he's after my own heart. Like, it's right up there. That's almost there with the Town That Dreaded Sundown with the knife tied to the trombone slide. Yeah. That is my favorite kill of all time. Like, it'll take a lot to top it, but this book did its damnedest to try.
Yeah, sure the fuck did.
It was good. It was
so good. Like,
it was a heartfelt book, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Yeah.
as much as a crazy psycho killer book could be heartfelt, this had so much heart.
yeah, like
It was crazy.
all he was doing, like so many times he was just defending this woman's honor. And then the hitchhiker, Gwen, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm terrible. Our audience, like, this is our number one show, kind of a 1.5, but you'll soon learn that I'm really fucking terrible with names, and with like everybody. Yeah. Anyway, I'm bad with names. It's whose fault it is, and he's not here. It's Goose.
Yeah.
Goose, he's got 5 fucking names, and so like for just Goose, I have to remember like all 5 of his names. It's like Brad, Chad, Colton.
Chad Johnson.
Chad Johnson. Brad Chad Colton Chad Johnson. That's his full name. You guys can probably hack into his email now.
But like another, like how we're talking about how he's so sweet and stuff. Like the scene with Gwen where he's like, you make me wish I had kids with Virginia. To have a daughter like you. There's that one part where you're like, fuck, man, the guy's just he just wants to go off to the sunset and live a peaceful life with his blow up doll. And motherfuckers don't want to let him,
like you guys just had to get in my way. You had to do this. But yeah, he's not a bad guy. He's not like I said, like he's a murderer and he's good at murdering, but he's
rehabilitated.
The right people.
Yeah.
He murders the bad people.
He was temporarily rehabilitated, right? He says she saved me. She
Except
made me stop doing bad things.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do we think at the end though? Because at the end we get this like father-son moment, right? Where it's like, you know what? I actually do love you. And he's like, oh, Dad, I guess I love you too. And then they look out the window and they're like, oh no. And I'm like, man, like, what are you trying to say? Like, I really want to talk to Doug. Like, I don't want to like.
I love that shot.
I don't want to
like,
talk to Doug Wagner right now, like he's listening, like a weirdo, because I've heard people do that before. But if Doug Wagner's listening, like, I really hope I get to talk to you about this one day, because there's so many things that happened at the end of this graphic. There's so many things that happened through the whole graphic novel, but just at the end, like, so many wonderful things happen. And man, he's good. He's good at writing characters and
that panel
weird. It's good at being weird.
That panel at the end made me laugh. The one you're referring to.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
What does he drive? Is it a Cadillac that he's driving? I don't remember if it's a Cadillac. But he's like
Cadillac or
like,
Oldsmobile, yeah.
And then like you see like Virginia beside that fucking look she always has. It's like, and I don't know if you see something floating in the car. I don't know if it's a scrub brush or something, and the like kind of because they're flying through. It was so good. It made me laugh.
We should do like a whole episode where we all just have like avatar pictures of ourselves, like, and we just talk behind them the whole time. And they never move. They never move. Like it was just
definitely a weird, fun ride. That book, anyway.
Yeah, I can't recommend it highly enough. Like it's been out for a while, and Doug's actually been really busy this year. Like Blake said, he put out the trade paperback or the Kickstarter Yumi, which is about a hit woman that falls in love with a pop star and starts killing people that get too close to him. I think sounds interesting. I haven't read it yet because I'm waiting for my physical copy. But he's also got this latex or vinyl book coming out this year. So yeah, dude, keep at it. I can't wait to read more of your stuff, you crazy bastard.
Fucking Blake.
I can't believe you're still
so
doing
hard.
that. Yeah.
So hard. My face hurts. Sorry.
But yeah, you guys ready for the next giveaway?
Yeah,
do it.
Let's do it.
People in the chat, this is for the first trade paperback of Coffin Bound by Darren Waters, White Noise. You guys know what that means. Oh,
I don't.
And I don't want to explain it either. But
I know somebody who probably does.
In order to win this epic comic that I care a lot about, you have to answer this very difficult question. What was my favorite comic book last year? To win this copy of Coffin Bound. All right. Let me know, chat. Whoever wants it. Let's get in on this, baby. Ooh, yeah. And no spork murdering, all right? Unless you go on camera.
I disagree. All the spork murdering is I'm down for it all the way.
Can you buy metal sporks? Can you buy like actual silverware sporks? Because
surely it's been made.
I kind of want them.
Yeah, they should have those. Like that seems handy. I mean, some people think of it as the perfect utensil. I think it was on Star Trek.
How funny would that be, though? Like, you have like a dinner party. You have like because I'm a paper plate household, right? So we always have paper plates.
That is an awesome book. Resonant fucking rules.
That is an awesome book. Mad shout outs to DB and Ali Argon, my homies. But tragically, the savior of survival horror was not my favorite of last year. But great pick, Ignacio.
Yeah. Don't forget some Skylar Patridge love.
Yeah. Yep.
I need to read that. I haven't read it yet.
I haven't read Resonant.
You'll dig it. It's fucking great.
Oh man, we're doing survival horror episodes just so we can force you to read the first trade of Resonant.
No, I have it. Like I've got I have them from like review copies.
That Adrian Wassel sent you and told you can't share with anybody. Metal books that made for babies. I had one growing up. That is the most macho thing I've ever heard, man. Like, damn, I thought I was punk rock.
Yeah, for real.
But
we need to go. We need to go party in Argentina. Like,
hell yeah, just for
we need to fucking go. Like, we need to go have like a fucking sport travel party special Pink Buzz episode.
Right, like high-fiving.
Ignacio, the only way we can do this is if you let us all sleep in the front room of your house or the back room. But you gotta let us sleep over. Well, we'll all sleep on the couch, like all of us together.
Not Matt. He'll sleep under the bed. With
I might already be there.
I was half paying I was half paying attention. What book are we giving away right now?
Plastic.
We are giving away
plastic. Oh no, wait, we were talking about plastic.
We are giving away Coffin Bound.
Oh, Coffin Bound.
Yeah.
With beautiful art from my homegirl Danny.
We're giving away Coffin Bound if someone can answer the question of what Johnny's favorite horror book or any book was, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's Coffin Bound we're giving away.
We're giving away Coffin Bound.
You know what my favorite book of last year was?
What was it?
Coffin Bound.
Was it?
All right. Ding, 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 ding.
Mel already got a copy.
Does she?
Oh, she's getting two. We should all send it to each other and sign it.
Yeah, she can pay it forward. Just hook it up to somebody that you think would like it. Then, go ahead and send us your deets to the Twitter Pink Buzz. It is at the Pink Buzz, and we'll get that book right on out to you.
Send us your address and your social security number and a good credit card number.
Actually, I need a picture of your social
what
security
was your
card.
Dog's name when you were in third grade?
Yeah.
What
dad
brand of van did your parents drive? And what is your favorite Batmobile? And why is it 1989 Michael Keaton?
Was there a specific Batmobile model named the Keaton?
Oh goodness, man! Are we famous yet?
Yeah, we got 7 people watching.
We're so fucking famous, and
dude,
it hurts.
We're getting demoted so hard this episode.
If the last episode got 218 hits or whatever it was, that
was over a week though.
Is this gonna get more or less?
Because
over under.
We'll definitely get the views because it takes about I don't know, a good 15 minutes before we get really stupid in this episode, and that'll count as a view as long as they watch for like, I don't know, like a minute or something. I don't know
Okay.
how the roll on YouTube works.
If they watch for a minute, they're like,
thing to
fuck
count.
these guys. Then like it still counts.
Yeah,
But
it shouldn't take that long.
we got one last badass book for y'all.
Yes.
Probably the best and the longest, definitely the longest running out of these, and that is
Nailbiter.
Matt. Yeah, get on this.
And like everybody here knows that I'm like a big horror idiot and I love slashers. This is probably my favorite modern era slasher in any media. Like Nailbiter is so fucking good. It's by Image Comics, written by Joshua Williamson, with art by Mike Henderson. Colors are Adam Gazowski, and the lettering was done by Mr. John J. Hill. It's about a town in Oregon called Buckaroo, and 16 different serial killers are all born in the same town, and it's basically people trying to figure out why this is and what the connection between the town and the killers is. And I think the thing I love most about this book is that the mystery is just as good as the gore. There's a lot of, I guess you could just fit into the horror books in general that, you know, the gore is pretty great, but the story's kind of lacking, at least in my opinion. I read a lot of fucking horror comics. But this one is my favorite by far. Some of these fucking killers that Josh came up with are fucking awesome, man. The clown car killer, of course, is my favorite. We did not get enough love for that character. I think we get to see like a panel of him. We get to see a little bit about his family, but as far as him, like in general, Josh, if you happen to unfortunately come across this and hear this, I hope for volume 3 we get some more clown car killer, because yeah, we need that shit. Also, one of my favorites is the silent movie killer, who kills you if you talk in the movie theater, which I advocate.
Yeah.
I advocate completely. There's many times where if I knew I could get away with it, I'd definitely do it. Yeah, the characters are all written amazing. Yeah, man, I can't recommend this book high enough. It's one of my favorite comics of all time. Just favorite stories of all time. There is a second volume out called Nailbiter Returns, which was also really, really good. But I definitely think the original 30-issue arc is top-notch shit, man. What do you guys think?
One of the best things I think about this book is the cast. I think it has one of the strongest. It's what kept me coming back. I love the army cop that comes to town to find out to meet with his friend and gets dragged into it. I love Alice, the little girl. I think Alice that she is awesome. Such a great character. But the Nailbiter himself, dude, he is such a neat character. He's almost as cool as Edwin is, because he's almost in that same type of thing. You think he is tiered 2, but there's something in the back of your mind that makes you know that he's not. And you know that this guy's going to snap. And you just read this thing, waiting for that to happen, while you're also learning about all these weird little intricacies of this town and how these killers are being made, I guess is the right term. And all the different ones that pop up, because you get several new ones during the run of the book, and they're all very inventive. Like I said, I love clever killers and clever kills in horror movies, and this book's chock full of them. Like Matthew brought up the clown killer. Like we only get one panel, but oh my god, is it the perfect panel for a character like that? He is just literally murdering clowns and shoving them into this car, this clown car, to see how many he can fit. And it is the glorious thing. As a person who's terrified of clowns like myself, I adored it. I can't lie. What about you, Joey? What do you think about it, man?
Oh, it was great. Like, just the name of the town, first off, I love Buckaroo. Like, that's a great name for a town, especially a town that produces serial killers at the rate it does. Like, Buckaroo, it sounds like a fun place, but, you know, maybe not. I was just curious, if you guys had to cast the Nailbiter character, who would you cast as him? Because he's like this charismatic, kind of smooth-talking guy, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, there's one person that comes to mind, but everyone might roll their eyes because, you know, he's a little famous, Matthew McConaughey. Like, he's the type of guy that came to mind first, but I don't know if he could pull off that kind of role, but like the aura that he gives off and how he's so laid back and relaxed and smooth and the way he talks, like charming. I don't know. He just gave me those kind of vibes, you know. Like
I can see that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be fully opposed to that.
Yeah.
All right.
But the cop, I love that guy.
Yeah.
Like, and I love how they play him like on the edge. Like he's not that much different than these serial killers, right? He just has that little bit of control that he doesn't just let it take him over. Like, because they hint at it, like you're not so much different than I am.
Right.
You're just in a position where, you know, you can get away with things a little more than a normal person. And they kind of touch on how we all have that little side of us. Like even you said, if you knew you could get away with murdering people that talk in a theater, you would do it. But you have that little part in the back of your brain that is, if I get caught, that the serial killer does it, because they don't think about that. They don't go they don't have the hindsight to be like, oh, if I do this, these are the consequences, right? They're just in the moment. So like it's fun how they just play on that, how we can all just cross that line. Sometimes it just takes a little thing and, you know, to cross that line, and they play with that a little bit, how we all have that aspect to us. And I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think they touched on a lot of little things like that.
Yeah, I liked how they did Warren. They kind of write him like you said, he's really charming, and like you're rooting for him, but at the same time, you know, like it's not, you shouldn't be, and and the when they give him the test and you find out, hey, he's actually just a piece of shit that wanted to do all this.
But
I loved that.
He leaves the town because he's dating the cop, right?
Yeah.
And he knows what he's becoming. So he runs away because he doesn't want to hurt the people he loves, and he knows he probably won't have the self-restraint not to.
Well,
so
he doesn't.
No, but I mean, he recognizes that, but he doesn't want to give in to those urges and hurt people he loves. Right. So he still has that little part of him that of humanity that he still clings to a little bit, even though he has been taken over by, like, you know, his urges and stuff. He still has that little bit that he clings to, and so you know, there's that little bit of light you always kind of grasp to, like you say that. Yeah, he always has these little moments.
Right. I like how they did him.
Blake, you got any thoughts, brother? You're muted, Goose.
I know. No.
Goose Jr.
Yeah. All right. I knew I was muted. I was going to unmute myself. I had to go through the tabs. No, I don't have thoughts. I really like this. I have all the singles, right? And when I read this originally, it was reading this a month at a time, and it sucked. Like that,
Yeah.
it didn't suck. Like it was a great comic book. It sucked reading it a month at a time because this comic was really good at leaving you on really intense and heavy cliffhangers. Like it was great at that.
Yeah,
It was
agreed, man.
It was too good at that. It was
Yeah,
like
that shit was rough
Yeah.
month to month.
yeah, it was really rough. And so reading it, rereading it is really cool. Just the revisiting part of it, but like, so I have all the singles and I upgraded to the hardcovers, right? And actually, this is actually really cool. So my sister, who's not super,
Tear the cover off of it,
Yeah,
man.
she tore the fucking covers
She's like
off.
Mr. T style. Just grabbed your
Oh,
hardcover.
man, now you're scaring me because I just gave her all the comic books. So my sister's what 6 years younger than me, right? So she's like 29. She's not 30 yet. Yes, she's 29, and she's not really into comic books, but she's very supportive of like things I have going on right now. So like, you know, this new show and the blog and everything, and she thinks it's really cool. And I showed her the Zenescape H.H. Holmes quarterly special that just came out a few months ago, right? And she was like, what the fuck? They make comic books about serial killers? Because she's addicted to true crime, right? Like so many people are. She's really into like the true crime podcasts and stuff. And she didn't know that. She doesn't read comic books, right? So she watches some of the Marvel stuff. Her friends have kind of gotten her into that, but she doesn't know a lot about comic books. So she was like legit shocked. Like, what the fuck? They make serial killer comic books? Like they make like, there's like comic books that don't have to do with like things with capes. Dude, guys, this is fucking 2021. And like my sister's not, oh, my sister's dumb. Like, but no, like she's dumb because I say that, but she's like not dumb, right? But she's not a comic book nerd. And there are still so many people that do not know that there are indie comic books, that don't know what indie comic books can bring to your perspective. Like there's a lot of people that don't know this. And so, yeah. So anyway, she found out through the Zenescope quarterly issue that came out a couple months ago about H.H. Holmes. Like she was like, whoa, there's like comic books about not normal, like there's like not Spider-Man and X-Men comic books basically. And I was like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. I was like, there's tons of comic books that are about Spider-Man and X-Men.
But isn't H.H. Holmes a hot chick in that comic?
No, just on the cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did the Zenescope. They did the Zenescope 60 cover, but no, like all right, like tangent time. Blake's talking.
Boy.
We're not going to talk about anything we're supposed to because Blake's talking. But on that note, Johnny, that H.H. Holmes comic was the first Zenescope comic I ever read. And I was like, I always thought it was like smut, goofy shit. And it's like, no, like there's actually like really good, like art, decent art, good, great storytelling. It all works. It's a solid package. But yeah, like they just have sexy girl covers for whatever they're doing, which I love. I love pinup. I love pinup covers. Like I really do. But yeah, like I was kind of shocked. I was like, holy shit, like Zenescope like puts out like legit storytelling serial killer
that
stuff.
is new because like I mostly know like grim fairy tales, and then I have one that they put out a book I really like called Fly, which is like this really kind of good superhero deconstruction about a drug that can give people powers. It's a little like that Joe Gordon-Levitt movie that's on Netflix. I forget what that's called, but it's more serious, more tragic than that. And then I have one that's about like a sexy Frankenstein chick called Screwed. But yeah, I thought that because you showed me the cover and I'm like, okay, yep, Zenescope made a sexy H.H. Holmes comic.
Yeah, just the cover. But yeah, so anyway, today I have a full set of Nailbiter single issues. I've tried to sell them because I upgraded to the hardcovers, and no one wants to buy them. And it's stupid because it's like an amazing comic. Like, I'm not trying to make like $1 million fucking dollars off it. I'm trying to basically sell 31 issues for cover price and maybe get like $100 so I can pay for shipping. Please buy my Nailbiter comics for $100. Actually, don't, because my sister's reading them. Oh, spoiler. So my sister came over. I told her about this comic. She thought it sounded really good. I let her take the single issues home, and I'm really excited because my sister and like, you know, like the comic books are my fucking blood. They're like my blood in existence. It's like what I do right now, and it like keeps me happy. And so yeah, my sister was like, "This sounds cool," and she took the single issues home, and she's gonna read them, and she's actually wanted to watch the show tonight, and she was like, "Oh, well, you guys are probably gonna like talk about what happens," and I was like, "Well, yeah, dipshit, we're gonna talk about what happens in Nailbiter." I was like, this fucking comic came out in like what 2004, like not 2004, but it came out. It's been around for.
I think it was like 2014.
Yeah, 2000. You know, give or take a decade, right?
Yeah.
So like this comic's been out for a while. It's just like, well, I'll watch it after I read them. But anyway, it was kind of funny because like there's still, like I said, so many people that think comic books are Spider-Man and Superman and Batman, and so many people don't know that there's this indie comic book scene that like you like romances, you like sci-fi, you like sci-fi romances, you like fucking weird Shakespearean Lovecraftian like genre mashups, like everything's there for you. That's so many people don't see that about comic books right now, that like anything you want you can get, and it's sad. I don't know how to tell people enough.
I agree, Randy. McConaughey was fucking boss in Texas Chainsaw 4.
That
Yeah.
was
Yes, he
number
was.
4. Okay.
He also would have been the bomb in Phantoms if he was in it.
Was Rennie Zellweger in that? Is with him as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had the remote control leg, man. That was so funny.
Oh,
a lot
shit.
a lot of people don't remember that Viggo Mortensen was in Texas Chainsaw 3.
A lot of people don't remember that movie, period. I try to talk to anybody with a face, and people like, they'll be like, "Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?" And I'm like, "Nah." And they'll be like, "They made another one between that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And it's probably it's the best one that tries to be serious, I guess you could say. Like, but I actually like part 2. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite movie of all time.
Can't skimp on the meat. But I'm actually really surprised they've never tried to do a TV show for Nailbiter. I think it's perfect. I think it's better than it would make a better show than a lot of the ones that they pick up and try to run, because it's like formatted like one. And I got to tell you, like, it was no easy reading this thing trade to trade, which is how I read it. That's how I collect. And yeah, it was frustrating to try to get through it.
Oh, it was hard, man. Like just the page turns. Like if you guys follow me on Twitter at Blake's Buzz, like I posted a little. I was reading.
God damn, that was awful.
Yeah,
you're fucking fired.
If you guys follow me there, and please do, because I just lost my job. But I mean, I tweeted earlier and I was like, man, like Nailbiter has really great page turns, and it does. Like, it has great page turns, and it was very it was structurally advanced, basically. It just how it was set up, and it was really hard to read month to month. It wasn't hard to read because I had to fucking keep buying the issues.
It was stressful because you wanted it. It's a binge book, man. That's one that you want to read the whole damn thing, man.
Yeah, like the volume one hardcover was 10 issues.
Yeah, I read it from start to finish.
And those 10 issues read wonderfully, like, together. And I was just like, the whole time I was like, man, like, not having to fucking wait a month. And again, like back to my sister, when she like took the comics home and was excited to read them, I was like, you don't understand how fucking lucky you are. I was like, you know, when I was a kid reading Nailbiter, I had to walk up and down a hill in the snow, up both ways, and climb a mountain, and all I had to play with was rocks. And I had to wait a month to read these goddamn issues.
My best friend was the monster from Road of Bones, whatever that thing was called.
I loved how enjoyable the second read through was for me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I went into it, I remembered most of it, but like I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did the first time around, and it was just as fun reading all the way through the second time as it was the first time. And there's not many books that can do that for me.
I read this comic book 4 times. Matt only read it today 1 time.
Yeah.
Right.
Is the ending as funny as it was the first time? I remember getting to that last page and just laughing so fucking hard.
The ending, like the whole 30 issue ending?
Yeah, the actual the end of the
all right. Sorry, Professor X. I didn't fucking
No, I didn't. I haven't read. I didn't read.
I read volume 1.
I only read volume 1 too, but I remember how it ends, and I remember just laughing. And then I talked to my buddy Whitey, who does Ultimate Chance here on YouTube, and he hated that ending. He says, "It was just," and I'm like, "No, that is the perfect ending for something that's a '80s throwback, man."
Yeah, exactly, man.
Perfect.
There's so many '80s slasher films that end the exact same way. It was a complete callback to that era of horror.
What era?
Like, 80s.
But no, volume 1, the hardcover ends with the.
No. I'm
talking about issue 30. End. Yeah.
The ending.
That was like 8 years ago. I haven't read this. The only thing I remember is you find out that like. Oh, fuck it. Spoiler. It's been out for years.
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
God forbid. God forbid.
I'm really glad my dad just got an alarm system put in so I can like wear the necklace that I press when I forget where I am, and
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I'm live streaming and I can't
remember the end of the book.
I can't remember the end of the book we're talking about.
Yeah.
All right, time out though. We were only supposed to read volume 1.
Yes, we were.
6 issues, and I read the hardcover volume 1, which is 10 issues, and now these guys are like, let's talk about issue 30. And I'm like, okay, great. But no, I really don't remember how it ends. Like, I remember they find
it here.
Well, I don't want to talk, but I'm just saying, like, I remember like being in the catacombs and they're like in the underground caves.
Oh no. Like, there's a scene after that takes place and it's so horror movie perfection. Like, if you don't remember
like
it, you don't remember it.
Like the final panel and it like shows you that the story's not over.
Thank you.
Is that the bathroom?
Yes.
Is that the bathroom? Yeah. That is so well done.
Yeah,
I love the way that's laid out, man. That is excellent. So good.
Has anyone else read volume 2?
No, I still need to read Returns. I'm a little worried that it won't hold
I have not.
Okay, well, they do explain the ending in volume 2 and make it make sense.
Well,
yes.
I'm going to go read it real quick. I'm going to be right back. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Just hang up permanently. You've already been fired.
I was going to take you guys with me. Do you guys want to watch a live stream of me? No, I'm just kidding.
You want to watch your live stream?
Do I want to watch live? No one does.
Watch your stream live?
You guys invited me to the show. I didn't do it.
Goddamn, Goose really is here in spirit.
He cursed the show. He did like his.
I don't know. Is he? You think he's lurking in the chat there in the background at home?
I hope so.
I don't know. He'd be all up in the chat being like, I don't know what he'd be saying. I never know what that man's about to do. Like, he is completely unpredictable. But man, what a great set of books we picked. I mean, I really, really love horror personally. Maybe not as much as Matt. I don't know. Maybe as much, but in a different way. But like, this slasher episode was just mad fun, and glad we picked so many good books. And I'm glad that somebody's putting out a book like Maniac in New York out right now, because that's probably one of the best slasher things I've read, period. Like, Matt was going on about Nailbiter and stuff, but unless they really blow this last issue, I think Maniac might throw Nailbiter as my favorite slasher comic.
I can see that for sure, but there's
they have a long ways to go.
Complete tone differences.
Yeah.
I like a lot of extra cheese with my horror, so that's just my preference though. Whereas, Maniac, it's a little bit more on the serious side. Plus, it's 30-ish, 40 issues if you include volume 2 versus 5. So
yeah, exactly. They have a lot of lore to build on, because you have those 30 issues. They build a lot. Like, they introduce a lot of other characters that they
right.
Then they touch on the backstories and how it connects, and the relationships that the serial killers have amongst themselves. Some of them know each other and have some connection in some sort of relationship, which is kind of cool. I had a question for the second series.
Go ahead.
It focuses more on his daughter, right?
I mean, it's got the whole cast from the original.
Because I thought it went from more of the point of view of her and the aftermath of everything with her and how she's dealing with.
It starts off
like that.
Issue 1 is that way, but as throughout the whole series, you get about the same amount of all the characters as you did in the first series.
Okay.
Nice. I love the character Alice, so if it was just about her, I'd probably read a comic like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like that twist that they did for, I think, around volume 4 of the trade, where like they made you question like what was up with her, if she was going to become the next Butcher. I was like, oh, that'd be so messed up if they do that.
Because it usually happens in their teenage years where they switch, right? It was something like that because he comes to the realization at his prom, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, that's when he leaves town.
That's when he skips town, and exactly. Yeah. Oh, I think Blake's back. Yeah.
I'm back. Yep. Oh, I don't have my headphones on. I got beer though.
Burr. Got some burgers.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. Well, we just signed off. We told everyone bye, and we're kind of we're getting out of here. No, I'm fucking with you.
Everybody said to go fuck yourself.
See you guys. Bye. This was fun. I'm a professional podcaster. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it was a great book. It's a great book. It's definitely worth reading. I think anyone who loves horror should definitely pick that up.
I think anyone that loves horror should pick up all 3 of these books.
Yeah, they are really good. Yeah, the 3 books we talked about tonight. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but all the books we talk about all the time are really great because
but that's how I feel. If I ever talk about a comic, it's probably really good, at least in my opinion.
Well,
and in my opinion, that's the only opinion that matters.
If I like a book and I'm talking about it, it's probably fucking awful.
No, but I mean, I don't want to come on here and pick books that we don't like and trash them and put them down. Like, that's not what we're about. We're like,
no, this is a
we want to come on
show.
here.
I do.
Yeah, we want to come on here.
I want to take some shits on some stuff. I want to shit on some people's babies.
Yeah. Next week on Tony Kate's week.
On Tony Kate's week. Shots are fired.
Yeah, shots fired. I didn't drop any names.
I didn't say anything mean. I just said a name. I didn't mean.
I gotta get this fucking Venom book out of my goddamn house.
His Venom is so good too. Like, why?
I didn't like it.
Dude, I actually liked the volume I have, but by the time I was done reading it, I saw that like he was already doing a crossover event, and I was just like, nope. That's the reason why I don't read most Marvel anyway. So I was just like, nope, I can't finish it now, man.
No, I'll totally buy King in Black.
Was that the Knoll is coming guy?
Yeah. Knoll comes all over my wallet.
Yeah, he came everywhere, and I'm pretty sure it already doesn't matter anymore.
Why did they pick that font, dude? They picked the jizzy letters on purpose.
Yeah, they picked the jizzy letters.
There's no other way you could put those. That's the jizzy font. That's like.
Can we
change our name to Pink Buzz to Jizzy Letters?
No,
this
Jizzy
week
font.
on Jizzy Letters.
That'll be our letters column.
Yeah. For fans to tell us how much they hate us, go ahead and write into Jizzy Letters. Blake, give them your address.
Yeah.
So they can...
7701 East 115th Street, Kansas City, Missouri, 64134. Part of that was a lie. Part of it was real.
Yeah. He lives in Boca Raton, Florida. He lives with some old people.
Yeah, I actually live in a condo in Florida. It really sucks because like moving all these comic books into a condo is really hard.
Condo.
Actually, I'm just kidding. I'm on a green.
Do they even make those
None
anymore?
of these comics behind me are real.
I thought they quit making
Not a
condos in the
green screen.
90s.
No, they're still building them, especially
Yeah.
in Florida.
Wait, comics or condos?
Condos. Of course, they still make comics. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having a show there. Geniusness.
God damn. Did Goose possess you?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I love you, Goose.
Yeah.
All right. But since we're on a horror theme, I'm going to be giving away what most people consider to be the best horror book on shelves. I ain't hating. It's just not my personal favorite. I've been giving away this. I'm not
Fucking
hating.
I ain't hating. I just don't really like it that much. I read a ton of comic books. If you don't agree with me, you're a fucking dipshit and a half. What's up? You want this book for free? I don't know. Let's
Like,
hear
what
it.
is this variant called again? It's
All right, Johnny. Hey, my name's Blake. I'm covering this live from Kansas City. That covers actually the Volume 1 comic store exclusive Jenny Freisen variant. That's right, kids. It's the Volume 1 Jenny Freisen variant. You can buy it on eBay for an exorbitant amount of prices, or you could tune in now and get this shit for free if you just answer a little question from Johnny. And hey, Johnny, what's that question?
good question.
How fast can I light this book on fire?
Okay. The question is, what is actually my favorite horror comic?
Ooh.
And it's not one we talked about tonight, but it should be fairly easy for most people to
I
figure
don't
out.
even know what it is.
How do you not know what it is? We've talked about it so many times. We talked about it in a practice episode.
Oh, it was a practice episode talk?
Yeah, it's written by a certain little Scottish guy that I never shut up about.
What kind of jeans do you wear? Do you wear Lee's?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are they snug fit or loose fit?
I wear the dungarees, Lee dungarees,
Lee
man.
dungarees. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
man, like Buddy Lee.
All right, Buddy Lee. Yeah.
Remember Buddy Lee, the little doll
Matt's
that they
like,
had?
Matt's like, I'm starting
Boom!
a podcast. I hate these.
Well, this
fucking
whole
guys.
time he was wearing a Shining shirt, and then I see
Oh,
it is
Roan!
Oh,
Ronan won!
yeah.
Yep.
oh, I am
Bam!
shipping this bad boy to Australia.
Back to Australia.
Oh!
Comic Nerd 2 is winning. And bro, I want to get you on this show so bad. I didn't know that you were awake during the times we actually record this thing. So yeah, hop on and talk to us at some point.
I didn't know he was awake ever. I thought he did everything in his sleep.
Well, they have a way different time schedule than we do, genius. This is like they're on the other side of the planet.
No,
So-
I said 9 Central Time. We're all synced up. When you say the time, it's everyone's on the same time.
Yes,
no,
you do, and you're
You
welcome.
do,
Mel.
and it's good. Yeah, it's definitely worth reading. Not
I didn't. Yeah, Matt sent that.
I'm-
Matt sent that to Mel.
Volume
I'm talking-
3 will be coming out soon. I got sent the PDF of the what's it called? The ash can.
Oh,
And oh man, the black and white
did you?
art by Alex Cormack. I don't even want to see this issue in color. Just looking at how badass Mr. Dig looks in black and white, just bashing dickheads in with this shovel. And that's what they're called. I'm not being vulgar like Blake. I'm just like literally naming the characters. The gang is actually called the Dickheads. D Blake, crikey, mate. Watch out for them drop bears, man, on their way to the mailbox. They're going to want this book, too. They love Ginny Slaughter out there in the Outback.
You know, once he joins the show, it's just going to be his face glued all over all of ours.
Yeah. So true.
that would be dope as fuck, though.
Oh,
Right?
dude, the Bumblebee. Yes, dude. Me and Matt actually did
Yes.
an episode of our old show, Nerds from Underground, where we talk about issue 10. And yes, the Bumblebee and the Press the Button Again, Please was the name of the episode because, yeah, dude, that is the way you end. Oh, yeah. Just such good
The
stuff,
best
man.
issue, hands down.
Are we
best-
talking about sync number 10 again?
Yeah, Sync issue 10.
Yes, we are.
And
Oh,
it's
this
something that you need to read there, brother.
Welcome to the Pink Buzz Show, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it's like working for Johnny and Matt. They're like, all right, guys, we're gonna read Sync and do a test run show, and we're like, okay, cool. They're like, all right, we're gonna read issue 1 through 6, and you're like, okay, all right, I read, oh, cool. I read Sync issue 1 through 6. And I was like, holy shit, like, this is cool. Like, finally I read it. And then we start recording and we're doing a little test run. We're like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, my name's Blake. My name's Johnny. My name's Matt. My name's Joe. Oh, cool. Hey, my name's Colton. Colton John Esposito Sean. He has like a million names.
Yeah, Sean, John, Patrick, William, Henry, Frankfurt.
And then they're like, oh, cool, let's talk about these comics we read. And we're like, yeah, cool, let's talk about these comics. They're like, yeah, let's talk about Sync. And I was like, yeah, cool, Sync was right. They're like, yeah, issue 10. And I was like, all right, fuckers, we read 1 through 6.
It's hard to,
That's
dude,
when you
When you've read issue 10, it's hard not to talk about issue 10.
We're like, oh, cool, like, hey, Sync issue 10. And I was like, hey, cool, fuck me in the ass. Like, I'll just sit here like an idiot.
That
issue 10
probably
was it
happened
going?
to you
Was
if
it
you were
really
in
great?
issue 10.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm really glad issue 10 was great when we read 1 through 6.
Issue 10 is the only issue that you at least got to read issue 4, which is almost as good as issue 10.
Right.
Like issue 10 is only slightly better than issue 4. At least you
got to read issue 4, which was a little bit better than issue 2, which actually was not as good as issue 6. But issue 10, if you would have read issue 10, by the way, I read issue 10 4 or 5 times. Blake read it never.
Whenever I need a good giggle, I'll read issue 10.
That into our skulls real quick. Blake never read issue 10.
Neonomicon is awesome. That was a very good guess.
That is a very good guess, and I do love me some Avatar books by
I don't even know what is Neocom.
That is
Alan Moore,
part of Alan Moore's Lovecraft trilogy at Avatar.
What?
That's the FBI one, right?
Yeah.
Well,
God damn, there's a lot of comics on
both Courtyard and Neonomicon are
FBI.
And Providence.
There's Providence. I never finished it. The beginning's pretty much mostly just about HP himself, kind of, which I thought was really neat way to take the book after the first 2. Like Fishman rape, that's all I can think of when I think of Neonomicon. No, thank you. That's so scary.
Didn't they do a movie about that?
Not yet, but they should.
It won an award.
Alan Moore has complete control over
where the fish had the sex.
No, that's
I know what you're talking about.
That's Shape of Water. That's more like the Ape Sapien story. Like this movie is
what's funny is they call it the Shape of Water movie. It's the shape of a fish dick is what it was. But, holy shit, you got a lot of covers of Red Room.
Yeah, I got 2 more coming.
Go pick this book up. Go pick it up. If you like weird, like
Neonomicon will probably never be a movie because Alan Moore completely owns that, and you know how he feels about television and films. If you don't, he wrote a graphic novel called Light of Thy Countenance from Avatar, which completely describes how he despises television and film. And man, does he fucking hate TV and film.
Doesn't Alan Moore hate everything, though?
Pretty much, I think so.
What does Alan Moore like? He's got a daughter, right? He likes his daughter some days, maybe?
There, Mel said it. Shape of Water.
Yeah? What about it?
It's a great film. I love
think
it.
We danced around the title for a while.
Is it wavy?
Because I learned that the guy that invented cornflakes really did invent it to stop people from masturbating. Because he thought if he made like the world's most boring food, it would stop people from being sexually stimulated.
All right.
I thought it was a made-up line for the film, so I looked it up, and it's actually true, dude. It's hilarious.
Cornflakes are amazing. Cornflakes are good as a cereal, and you can crush them up.
Work.
Cereal is amazing, period. It's my lifeblood.
But yeah, this show has gone insane. It's gone several places, and we're really happy that you guys all went this way with us. And I'm really happy that my copy of Something's Killing the Children is going to one of my homies, and probably somebody that's not going to sell it for $100 on eBay. But
time out though. Someone thinks I'm from Lee Summit. I wish I was from Lee Summit. They're like they're fancy land. I'm from Grandview, dude.
Grandview. Is it a grand view from where you live?
No,
like,
it's not.
Like
it's like people get shot a lot, and like there's a lot of gunfire at nights and cop sirens and
like
nuclear
silos.
I wear a fucking hat because I have like a weird bump on my head, but I guess I look like a Grandview guy. I don't know. Maybe I look like a Grandview guy.
You look like the Unabomber with them glasses
Or a
on.
Lee Summit guy, I guess. We're talking about Lee Summit.
I thought Lee Summit was a person when you first said it.
No, it's
I don't know who she is.
It's the city.
Of course, Mel did.
Oh, you're a gangster. Thank you so much, and I'm really happy that you won the coffin bound. Like, thank you so much, Miss Mel.
That's like Mel's favorite shit all mixed into one thing.
Mel is awesome. Mel,
Cornflakes, sex, and podcast.
She has like a really awesome website suite about it's nerd shit and horror and
yeah, Horror Geek Life. Everybody should check it out.
Thank you, Matt. I was like, please someone say the name because I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
I was like, I know I got a sticker of it on something.
Yeah.
I was looking back and
Well,
forth.
we like to watch you squirm a little bit before we
everybody
bail you out.
Everybody likes to watch Fat Man squirm and Lee Summit.
All right. Hey, Blake.
I want to meet Lee Summit. She sounds like a pop singer, right?
It's
like you can see Lee Summit on tour with like Demi Lovato and
it's White Boy Summer and Lee Summit.
Hey, Blake, you should read Sync issue 10.
Yeah, right now.
Hold on, wait, what? It went up to issue 10?
Yeah, it's probably going to go out to issue 15 by the end of this year.
Are there new issues coming out of that? Or does
Not just yet.
Is 10 the final issue, or does it like?
No, they're doing volume 3. It just takes Comics Tribe a while to do anything, and I think they'll probably run Kickstarters for it, or I don't know. Like,
well, if there's a Kickstarter, I'm gonna fucking back it.
But I remember stuff better than you do, obviously, which is awesome.
Well,
at least I have one superpower over yours, and I wear my underwear on the inside of my pants because I'm not a DC fan. So.
Well, let me tell you about why you should be a DC fan.
So I can wear the underwear on the outside of my pants?
No, Rom V is writing Swamp Thing.
Rom, and I want, dude, like his hair is so great.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I want to know
what care about his comics anymore. Like
I'm fairly
Graffiti's
certain.
Wall is one of my favorite things ever until I saw his hair, and I was just like, I completely replaced the book.
I'm fairly certain, out of not doing any research at all, that no one has ever asked him what shampoo or conditioner he uses.
He probably uses Seltzin. He looks like a Seltzin Blue, man.
No, he doesn't. Dude, that motherfucker drops.
Alberto VO5 hot oil.
He does, like, the only reason he does DC Swamp Thing is to like pay for his fucking hair regime.
His beautiful raven locks.
Yeah. He's like, first of all, I have custom made shampoo and conditioner. Like, there's this little village on a little island that no one knows about, and I show up there once a year, and like they sacrifice a child.
He's like Aquaman in the Snyderverse and shit.
It's like autumnal. It's like Vault's Autumnal. Except like the child they sacrifice and send to the woods.
That's the one with the leafy monster, right?
The leaf monster. So instead of like sending the child to the woods, they like send it to Rom's shampoo camp.
Jesus Christ, we need to end this.
Yeah.
But no, he's got like fancy ghosts and monsters that do his
and shampoo camps apparently.
Yeah, shampoo
fucking hell.
Sacrifice camps with leafy monsters. I guess.
Well, you can't sacrifice them because they have to make the shampoo. They have to be there. So they like live.
Oh, now so we're going to child labor.
It's like Boy Scout. No, it's like Boy Scout camp. You like but instead of making like tie-dye shirts, you make shampoo for Rom.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We had a great time recording this and talking because we're those kind of people. Ignacio, we are so honored to have a real comic creator in the chat and a winner of a Donatello Cates Venom book, and Mel, who is a winner, who watched the entire show. God bless her. I hope she doesn't need therapy afterwards. And our buddy, Comic Nerd 2, who won the $500 million Something's Killing the Children variant. But we will be back next week. We have a couple things we're bouncing around. we need to pick a third book for a few of our topics, but it'll be another themed episode, and we'll announce it on Twitter. And hopefully it'll go a little bit better than this one. Goose will be back, so he'll be derailing the show instead of Blake. But until then, guys, don't stop reading, because this is still graphic vandalism. Pow, pow.
See ya, everyone.